Changing your hairstyle can be a lot of fun in Animal Crossing, and after playing on your island for a while, you do have some options to extend the default hairstyles with a mirror by spending some Nook Miles and by unlocking and visiting Harriet, the pink poodle that can be found on Harv's Island. With a total of 44 hairstyles, most players can find something that resembles themselves in some way. I personally prefer the Katniss Everdeen braid, but I still like to switch it up from time to time. So what if I tell you that there are even more hairstyles, you just can't find them in the mirror, but instead in the closet? I'm talking about the wig options that can be found in the game. They may count as wigs, but you can change the hair coloring just like for a normal hairstyle. The only downside is that you cannot put on a hat while wearing them, since the game treats them like a hat. Even though they may be harder to come by, I am still pleasantly surprised by these additional hairstyles or wigs. So let's look at them one by one. First we have the bun wig, which is most likely inspired by the Asian double bun hairstyle, in Japanese referred to as odango, and in Chinese referred to as oxtails. The name odango actually comes from the Japanese word dango, which is a form of dumpling. There is also a form of the double buns with pigtails, which may remind us of some of our favorite childhood characters. Here the buns are covered with a cloth and probably an elastic band. You can see a soft ruffle around it and a little bow at the bottom. Covering the bun with a cloth is primarily seen in traditional Japanese culture. The purpose of this is probably for decoration, to coordinate the outfit or simply to keep the bun in place. The bun wig is available in 7 colors: blue, green, yellow, orange, pink, purple and white. I am currently showing you the white option to match my dress. You can acquire this wig from Able Sisters. Our next wig is called Wig with Ribbon. It has shoulder-length wavy hair, partially tied together with a big bow. This style does remind me of a doll, since it looks almost too perfect. There are bows that you can add to any hairstyle, but this one does look the most integrated in the hair. It looks realistic. Instead of just sitting on top of the head, it does have a function by keeping a part of the hair together. The only thing that does bother me are the bangs. I wish there was a style without them. The wig with ribbon is available in 6 colors: black, green, white, yellow and 2 tones of red. The wig is occasionally sold at Able Sisters. Next up we have the pompadour wig. This style instantly brings Elvis to mind for me, with the slicked back hair and the dramatic wave at the front of the head. Even though it may seem like a rather male haircut, the style originated from a woman called Madame de Pompadour, who lived in the 18th century and was the mistress of the King of France. Back then it was fashionable to have volume in the front of the hair. Since this wig has no accessories, there are no color variations and you only have to buy it once. The wig is sold by the Able Sisters. The geisha wig is also quite interesting, as it does have a lot of details that appear in traditional geisha hair, like the decorative comb on top of the wig and the hairpin in front, which shows decorative flowers on one side and dangly metal strips on the other side. These metal strips actually move independently, and this has been adapted on ACNH as well, as you can see when the character moves. These are meant to draw the viewer's attention to the hair and face of the geisha. The geisha wig comes in 7 color variations: black, blue, golden yellow, green, pink, purple and red. The only way to get this wig is by helping Gulliver and hoping that he sends it to you in the mail as a thank you present. You cannot reorder this wig from the catalog, so make sure to hold on to it once you got it. This one is modeled off of a traditional Japanese hairstyle as well. The samurai wig was, as the name entails, a typical samurai haircut, also known as top knot or chon mage. The high ponytail was apparently used to keep the samurai head steady on their head, and the shaved off parts were either because of religious reasons or because it helped to keep the warrior cool in the hotter months. There is just one color option and you can get this item only from Gulliver. There is also another variety of this hairstyle in the game called pigtail. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, and since it's Gulliver exclusive, I can't reorder it. I am trying to keep the description short, but this is another interesting one, called the matronly bun. At first glance, it does remind me of a stereotypical grumpy library lady, telling you to be quiet. But if we take a closer look at the name, matronly, which is an adjective and describes a mature, older, motherly figure and is most often associated with traditional conservative values and styles. The hairstyle is neat and tidy, and the matronly hair is often seen as being more functional than fashionable, being chosen for its practicality. I think this can create a lot of interesting storylines and island themes. There's just one color option, and you can buy this wig at Able Sisters. Next, we are looking at my favorite of them all, the wig called tiara hair. If I don't have my side braid, I am definitely going with this style. I like the details of the bun, the strands of the hair behind the ears, and the style of the bangs. I would like to have the option to wear this wig without a tiara, but I do like it nonetheless. I think it's stylish and elegant, and I have gotten a lot of compliments and questions where I got it from. There are 3 different color options for the tiara: silver, gold, and rose gold, and you can find all of them at the Able Sisters. To me, the gothic headdress looks like she just woke up and pushed her sleeping mask on top of her head. I haven't used this wig yet, but I do like how versatile it is. The lighter variant that I have here looks quite innocent, giving me farmcore vibes, someone taking care of their sheeps, milking the cows, while the darker variant does look more gothic and gives me more of a Emily the Strange vibe. The style also reminds me of doll hair, so maybe this is the darker counterpart to the wig we had in the beginning, wig with ribbon. The gothic headdress has a total of 6 colors: black, blue, light purple, pink, purple, and red. It's sold by the Able Sisters. This next wig is simply called headband. It has a little bun on the top and strands of hair before the ears. I like the headband and the bow in the center. Because of the material of the band, it does seem a little sporty to me. Maybe even a band that you put on before you take off your makeup or wash your face. But I think that's just because of the texture of the band. Here we have 4 color options: blue, green, pink, and purple. The wig can be acquired at Able Sisters. Another Gulliver exclusive wig is called the coin headpiece. I tried to track back the origins of this style, but it can be found all over the world, so I don't want to make an uneducated guess as to which culture inspired this wig. Sadly, there is no movement at all in this wig. It's completely immobile, which gives it the appearance of a helmet rather than a wig. I think they should have at least animated the teardrop ornaments at the sides and the center. There is also only this one color, so you cannot get a headpiece in silver or other colors. As said before, this wig is an exclusive that you can only get from Gulliver, and you cannot reorder this from the catalog. What do you associate with the mohawk wig? I guess it's punk rock, right? That was my first thought too. But if we look at the origins of this hairstyle, it actually comes from a tribe of indigenous people in North America. The tribe is called Mohawk people, since they live beside the Mohawk River. They even have a Mohawk language, which is still spoken by Mohawk people to this day. This hairstyle was traditionally worn by warriors of the Mohawk tribe, and it was seen as a symbol of strength and courage. There is only one color option, but if you look closely, you can see that even the shaved sides of the head do change color depending on the main hair color. This wig is available at Able Sisters. Now we do have an actual punk wig, which is called punk hair wig. By changing the hair color, you can see that the hair at the roots and the shaved sides changes color, while the spiky tip remains in the color of the color variant. Here I have the green one. There are a total of 5 color options: blue, green, orange, pink, and yellow. This wig can be obtained in the Able Sisters shop. In the same category, we have the visual punk wig. To me, it looks more like the bad head style you get when you don't play the game for a few months, mixed with a Japanese anime style. It has so many layers, it does kind of look like 2 wigs on top of each other. I couldn't find a good real-life comparison, but if we look at the definition of visual punk, it says, Visual punk represents a rejection of traditional beauty standards and a celebration of individuality and self-expression. There is only one color option and you can get this wig at Able Sisters. Last but not least, let's take a look at this masterpiece, called the Composer's Wig. It probably looks the most authentic in white or grey. The powdered wig is still known as an old-fashioned status symbol, only worn by the upper class. But if we look at the origins, these wigs were made popular in the 17th century by the French aristocracy, which only wore them because they shaved off all their real hair to combat head lice. That does not sound also elegant when you think about it. If you ask yourself why particular composers of classical music wore them, they were often worn while performing as they gave the appearance of cleanliness and sophistication. Head lice were no joke back then. This wig is only available in one color, which means that the little black bow in the back is always black. You can purchase this wig at Able Sisters. So this was a little deep dive into the wigs of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I think it can be hard to find them all since not all of them have the word wig in the name. Unfortunately, there isn't a convenient way to unlock all of them at the same time. All you can do is visit your Able Sisters on a regular basis and check the selection until you do encounter them all. And help Gulliver from time to time. Or you can just hit up your trusted Nookazon seller. I hope this video helped you out or taught you something new. Have you ever tried the wigs before? If so, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.